This is GCSE Maths notes. We're on M3 chapter 2 of our notes, and we're taking a look at compound interest with a wee bit of appreciation and depreciation. So compound interest is different from simple, which was the previous video, because the amount changes every year, and this is the way actual banks work. So they give you an amount and then find the interest on the new amount as years go by. So we're going to do this question, and again do it a couple of different ways. You can use the formula, or you can just kind of work out the slow method, or if you have your wits about you, you can kind of do it by a power, but again I'll explain a few of those as we go through. Find the interest earned in an account where £500 is deposited for 7 years at 1.2% compound interest. That's not 7 years, that would be crazy, so we're going to go for 3 years. And hopefully we can work from there. We'd be there all day otherwise. So I would work out 1%. This is the first year, that's what that means, which equals £5, and then 1.2%, which equals £6. And so after 1 year, we have 500 plus 6, which is £506. We now do the second year. Instead of using the 500 to find the 1.2%, we use the 506 because that's how much is now in the account. 1% is equal to £5.06. 1.2% is going to be 5.06 times 1.2, and that's going to be £0.72. Therefore, after 2 years, we're going to have 506 plus 6.072 is 512.072. The numbers are getting awkward, but it's good to keep this number in your calculator. It'll keep things more accurate, and then we can round it to the nearest pence in at the end. 1% is 5.12072. That means 1.2%, 5.12072 multiplied by 1.2, 6.144864. A lot of decimal places, but again we're keeping it nice and accurate. So after 3 years, we add 6.144 onto the 512, so we would have 518.216864, and of course we would round that to £518.22 to the nearest pence because we're working on money. They asked us for the interest, and the interest is going to be 518.22, take away 500, because that's how much we put in, so it's £18.22. So that's one way of doing it. The second way of doing it is to use the formula. A equals P upon 100 plus R over 100 all to the power of n. A equals principal amount, so that's 500, 100 plus, and our rate is 1.2, divided by 100 all to the power of 3. So we need to be careful here with our calculator that we know what we're doing. A 500, 101.2 over 100 cubed. A equals 500, 1.012 cubed. Put in our calculator, of course you get 518.216864, and so our amount then is £518.22 as before, and again our interest £18.22. I think we can just about see that. Now, there are other ways in between of doing this. If you kind of have your wits about, you can kind of multiply by 1.2, multiply by 1.2, multiply by 1.2 again, and that will work. To me, this is the most straightforward method. However, it's not. And the easiest method, however, it's not the quickest. This here is somewhere in between. If you're the sort of person who likes learning off hundreds of formulas, because there are plenty to be doing your GCSE maths, then you can learn that one off and use this method here. However, I don't like this method. I like this. It kind of shows a bit more understanding in my opinion, but it will be up to yourself.